Hi, my name is Justin. I'm a respiratory therapist.
Hi, Justin, the respiratory therapist.
Me and the doctors were talking, and they thought it'd be a good idea if I came in and had a little discussion about your tests and what those tests showed us.
Okay, I took a lot of tests. What tests are you talking about?
Okay, well, you took a pulmonary function test where you went in and you breathed through a machine in and out and gave us a bunch of numbers on how you're breathing, and then you took a nebulizer treatment and then did it again. And that test showed that you have asthma.
Oh. Is that why I'm coughing a lot when I've been running lately?
Yeah, the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America states that mostly common symptoms have to do with shortness of breath, maybe some wheezing, definitely a cough, sometimes chest tightness. Those are all pretty common asthma symptoms.
So I'm either having a heart attack or I'm having an asthma attack, basically?
Well...
That sounds like a heart attack.
Well, it'll probably be more wheezy, shortness of breath.
Okay.
So asthma is a chronic disease, so that means it's persistent, it's always there. There is no cure for asthma. It is essentially a airway inflammation disease. So your tubes in your lungs get a little angry sometimes, and they kind of close up a little bit, and so that can make it a little wheezy, a little tight in your chest, a little hard to breathe.
You know, I just have noticed that ever since we had all those fires and there was a lot of smoke in the air, my breathing is just not as good as it used to be.
Yeah, so there are a lot of common triggers to asthma that can set off asthma attacks. You can look this up. The Mayo Clinic has a really good website, and they mention, they vary from person to person, so it's good to know smoke is something that may affect you more. Common other ones are...
So smoke is my trigger.
Right, so you would want to avoid smoke at all possible, right? You don't want to trigger asthma attacks.
Yeah.
Some triggers can include cold air, something as simple as cold air.
It is harder for me to run in the winter. I definitely feel a little tight.
There you go. So something like pollen, dust mites, mold, pet dander.
I do have parrots.
Okay, birds have a lot of fine particulate dander that can trigger asthma attacks. Something you need to be aware of.
I think that you can get some of those air filter things. Do you think I should get one of those for my house?
That may help. That may help. That may be something to look into. It depends on how you're being triggered. If you notice that's constantly happening, then that may be something you look into. Now, what we're going to discuss today is your action plan and your plan for handling this disease. Because there is no cure, there's kind of a goal of self management. So I want you to kind of be in charge, and I want you to manage your disease. The Center for Disease Control says that the goal is to have better health through controlling and management and preventing asthma attacks.
Yeah, well, I don't want to stop running, so...
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to start you on a plan. I have this nice little action plan that I downloaded off the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America website.
You're holding it kind of funny. Can I see? Thank you.
And I've done some filling out here. Now, we want you to take a scheduled maintenance drug.
Albuterol.
So Symbicort is going to be your everyday maintenance.
This says albuterol twice. Or 3 times.
Yeah, I'll go over it with you. So,
sorry.
Symbicort is a combination drug. It's got a steroid in it and a long-acting bronchodilator. So you're going to be taking this every morning and every night on a regular schedule.
Steroids going to make my face puffy and will I gain weight?
One of the side effects of steroids are fluid retention, weight gain, increase in blood pressure. Those things can happen.
Well, I don't want that.
Well, you're going to want to manage your symptoms. The whole point of this is that you are going to be in charge of your symptoms and your management. So you're going to be creating a journal, and you're going to be noting every time you have an asthma attack, what was happening then, where you were, what your exact symptoms were, time of day. It could be sometimes in the evenings. asthma attacks.
So I'm
can
supposed to
happen
be
more.
keeping a journal so that I can keep track of when I'm having an asthma attack and what the trigger may be?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the more you know what affects you, the more you're going to know how to combat that.
But I need to take this Symbicort every day?
Every morning and every night, no matter what. Not just when you're feeling better, not just when you're sick. The way that drug works is it takes some time for it to load up in your system to get to a level of therapy. And so when you stop taking it, that drops out, and it takes some time for you to get back up to that. So by taking it every day, it's going to keep you at that level, and what it's doing is it's lowering inflammation in your lungs, and general inflammation, so we're kind of getting ahead of it for your attacks. And that long-acting bronchodilator is also going to help with bronchodilation. So the bronchioles, or those big tubes in your lungs, are what get constricted, and we give you something called a bronchodilator to dilate, to release those. So now, that's your maintenance drug, that's your everyday. So you also are going to have a rescue inhaler. Okay, now that drug is going to be albuterol. Albuterol is the base standard. Every time you've seen anyone use an inhaler on TV, it's probably been albuterol. Albuterol is a fast-acting bronchodilator. So that's your, I'm having an asthma attack, I need help right now drug.
So if I feel tight, should I carry that when I'm running?
I would take it even before you go running.
Okay.
Because of your symptoms, right? So if you were doing something you know is generally going to cause you an attack, maybe get ahead of it. So that's what we really want, is good management here. We want to get ahead of things before they're too bad. Along with that, along with your drug usage, so you got your constant everyday, always maintaining yourself. You got your, I'm in trouble, I need a little help. Now, sometimes you're getting a cold, whatever, you can take albuterol a little bit more often, but you want to note how often you're taking it. If you're taking it more than what I'm going to recommend, then you should maybe get some help. Now, another way
like get some help, go to the emergency room?
Yes,
okay.
Or go to your doctor if you're having an attack. So there's another way.
And I can't, and I'm still short of breath, and the albuterol's not handling it.
Correct.
And I need to go to the emergency room.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you may notice that this has a green, yellow, and red go, caution, danger lines on it. Now there's this other thing I'm going to give you. It's called a peak flow meter. It's a very simple little tube, and all you do is blow as hard as you can in it. And so that is going to show us how fast you can blow out. And we'll gauge what's a good number. And so when you're having an asthma attack, you're not going to be able to blow out as fast because of that tightening. And that you can actually see that with how far that...
You can measure it with the peak flow meter?
Correct, with your peak flow. And so...
So if my peak flow is less, then that's bad?
Correct.
Okay.
And now we're going to actually put some numbers on there. It's going to be green and a yellow and a red. And now if you're in the green, you're good. That's probably normal.
Just using my albuterol for like running. If I'm in the
Or
yellow,
you just stay with your
using it
Symbicort.
like more frequently.
Right.
If I'm in the red, I need to go to the emergency room.
If you're in the yellow, you're probably actively having an asthma attack, and that says, hey, I need to use my albuterol. If you're in the red, you've probably been taking albuterol. It's probably not doing something. If you're in the red, you probably need to go to the ED immediately.
Okay.
Okay. Now all this is in writing. We've put the numbers from your peak flow test in writing on there, so you can see exactly when you need to do that. I think that's almost everything. Do you have any questions for me?
Not right now. It's kind of a lot. I think I just need some training on how to use that inhaler, and then and then I'll start using these things and tell you how it goes.
Of course, we'll do that.
Okay, bye, Jess.
All right, thanks for coming in today.
You're very cute.